Hi guys, Jay Smith here, welcome to the AskGolfNut channel and welcome to Mizuno Pro 923 Hot Metal High Launch against JPX925 Hot Metal High Launch. Two very similar golf clubs. They are both 7 irons, they are both the same loft, no change in loft. Slight difference, change in technology, yes. We have the same 4335 chromoly inside there for metallurgy, but on this one, the new one, we have a multi-material construction which is tungsten. I think it comes out, 4 to 7 that's in there, and 8, 9, something like that. It's not, it goes, but through transition of technology and loft. And also you have a reworked Cortec face in the new 925 for forgiveness, not speed. The speed has been finished with the 923. So let's do the 923. Let's do the slightly older one first. Now looks on this one, they are slightly different to that of the 925. A lot have been said about the new 925 looks, some like them, some don't. But the 923 has that chrome barring all the way around the whole of the perimeter of the back, which does make the sole thickness look a little bit smaller, but actually if you measure the two, they're very similar. No different to the top line. Again, of all the range of the Hot Metal series, this has the biggest looks of everything, and this has the thickest top line. Because of that chrome barring at the back, it doesn't look as big as the 925. And then blade lengths, there's basically no difference whatsoever down by the golf ball, and yes, we see a similar amount of offset. This is going to be for the golfer that wants to get the golf ball up in the air. This is going to be for the golfer potentially of slow swing speed that needs the help getting high launch, and again added a little bit of carry. We are a golf course where, as you can see, well, you can't see the pin. We have a valley to get over, and it's the pin's on the left-hand side. So if I hit this left, I am down the ravine, and that's my fault. It's about 175 yards or so. Remember, 31 degrees of loft, so I should get there no problem. These are obviously chromoly and cast, so they will be rather loud if you compare them to a Mizuno Pro. Now that is the miss. Right hand side, not messing around with that. I may go down the ravine though, can't say I won't. Club path, 0.8 from the inside and face baby open, that's why I went out to the right, and fractionally Healy as well, so not bad whatsoever considering the strike. 1.31 efficiency, again, is not bad from one of these. 41 yards in the air and 51 degrees descent angle at 170 yards. So I can tell you one thing, there is no chance on the planet that I'm getting my 6 iron 41 yards in the air normally. Now I have to hit it as high as I possibly can do to get even close to 41. This thing does it normally. It's because the center of gravity so low, just gets the golf ball going. Feel wise, it's explosive. Yeah, you cannot compare this to a Mizuno Pro or a blade or a forged iron in itself. This will be a little bit more poppy. But for game improvement irons, and this is firmly in the game improvement iron sector, this is one of the quietest. Some people care about feel, some people don't care about feel, and if you do, there you go, and if you don't, well, just ignore me. Have another go. Talk about left, that is down the ravine. Bible, just wave to it as it bounces down the ravine. Club path, slightly from the inside, but yeah, 1.7 closed, that's my fault, not the golf club. Slightly fractionally high on the face as well, but I mean, 4 mil toe, 5 mil high. Not bad, what's at 41 yards in the air again. 50 degrees descent angle. So if I'd have hit the green, it absolutely would have stopped on a dime. But yeah, this golf club is going to be for the individual who needs the help getting up in the air. So I'm swinging at 90, well, my normal speed, 91.5 or so miles an hour. And when it comes to the testing after this, I will be doing and showing you how well these golf clubs work at different speeds, yes. And also looking forward to do the forgiveness, because out of these two, remember, the 923 was reworked for all about speed, and a bit more speed and distance. After the 923, when they got to the 925, they basically realized they couldn't go any faster. They couldn't go any further without jacking the loft. So they've reworked the whole face for the whole idea now of forgiveness rather than speed. Goes far enough, let's see how forgiving we can make it. That's coming after the last one of the 923. I have always liked the 923 Hot Metal series. I personally prefer its looks over the 925, I still do. Difference in feel, there is none. Difference in performance, really, there is none. It will be the forgiveness, if anything. Right, last one, and then we'll flick over to the 925. A weak shot, slightly low on the face, but it will work, as you can see. Middle of the green, that's stopping quick. Club path 1.2 from the inside, faces 0, 0.1 open, and you can see 6mm low, 5mm heels, still fairly decent strike, but I can feel it's low on the face. 41 yards in the air and 51.6 degrees descent angle, like going up, properly going up. That's what these do really well. I can remember doing the actual review 2 years ago or so now, and that was the one thing I noticed, just how well these things go up. Let's flick over now to the 925, change data sets as well. Let's go see what the new 925 Hot Metal High Launch has to offer. Back now with the JPX925 Hot Metal High Launch, really long name. And you can see straight away you have the 925 in your hands because the looks are distinctly different. Personally, I found the 923 was the best looking aesthetically of all the JPXs so far. Gone has the chrome bar in all the way around the back, so all the dimensions now look full size. We do have that satin, very much so satin finish. Top line, we have again, no different in thickness to that of the 923, but because the chrome barring's gone, it looks now full thickness. Sole thickness, no chrome barring, so that sole looks rather large. Blade lengths, again, there's no difference between them two. Down by the golf ball, and there is the offset. This is the first one with a 2-cast process. This head is 2 pieces. We have the face and the hosel. That means they can get to that face and mill a kind of elliptical, I'll see if I can get it up on the screen. Basically, they're trying to get forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. Keep all the speed. I don't expect this to go any further, but it may be interesting when we look at the forgiveness at the back end of the video to see if it actually is more forgiving than the 923 or not. So really, I can't see any difference down by the golf ball, the fact that I've got a 925 in my hand. Oh, now that's a miss. Look at that, right in the middle of the green. I am happy. Don't go down the ravine. Club bar slightly from the inside, face slightly open, good strike, cannot complain whatsoever. 0mm low, 2mm toe, 44 yards in the air. Okay, 43.8 yards in the air and 52 degrees descent angle, 174. With me being a human being, guys, I do not think there's going to be any difference in actual performance between these two. Of course, I'll whack them off of camera to see if there is any difference, but I don't think there will be. I think if any difference, it's going to be me more than the golf clubs. 44 yards in the air. There is no way. I cannot do that with my 6-iron. I just can't. No. And the fact I'm not trying to hit this high. If I want to, I can hit it higher. Any more height on this and there'd be snow on the ball when it comes down to hit the green. I can really see that this is going to be for golfers that need the help getting the golf ball in the air, because this is what this thing does in spades. It just launches. And also for hyper swing speed golfers, the fast ones that don't necessarily want to hit their 7-iron 200 yards carry at 174. Not bad whatsoever. And let's not go down that ravine. I mean, I'm just there, just trying to hit it fraction higher for fun. And just, wow. Club bars 1.1 from the inside, faces open by 0.7, 1mm low, 4mm toe, so as you can see, a half decent strike. 47 yards in the air and 53 degrees descent angle at 175. So there won't be any performance differences between these two. I'm pretty certain there won't be, but 47. All right, stop messing around. Let's just hit a normal shot now. 47, wow. There's no chance I can do that with my 6-iron, like none. And that's the shot all day I want to see. Do not mess around with that ravine. Just don't. Club bar 1.6 from the inside, faces open by 2.2. Again, that is me. Do not hit the ravine. Strike's not bad whatsoever, 4mm toe, 5mm low, so not ideal, but pretty darn decent, and 44 yards in the air and 52.6 degrees descent angle at 170, because that for me was a slight miss. Face is open, slightly low toe strike. I mean, it's doing really well. It's still going so high up, it's ridiculous. I could use this in a long iron. Now, with the new 925, it does now come in a 4-iron, where the 923 did not. I think it was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, where this does come in a 4 option. And I could absolutely see why someone would use this because of the nature of it just going up. One more. I've hit my 3, but one more because I'm enjoying it. And then we're going to go hit this a load of times, different swing speeds, see which one works at different swing speeds better than the other one. But more importantly, the forgiveness side. Which one is more forgiving than the other? And I'll do my new heat map idea so people can visually see how one is different to the other. Just, you can hit it like just to the moon if you want. Wow. Club head speed 93.4 miles an hour, club path 0.9 from the inside, face is 0.7 close, baby little draw dynamics. 3 mil toe, 3 mil high, so pretty darn decent strike, and 45.5 yards in the air. 45.4 yards in the air and 52 degrees descent angle, 177. So within reason, it's basically doing exactly the same thing as my 6-iron. But what this does over my 6-iron is just go that way. It just goes so high. Very good. Right, let's go turn this off. Let's go whack this a load of times all over the face. Let's go test these at 3 different swing speeds as well to see which one works better than the other. And then let's go see, above all, which one is more forgiving than the other. All the shots now hit 70, 80 and 90 miles an hour swing speed testing with the 2 hot metal high launch, 923 and 925. Also captured the forgiveness data as well. We'll look into the heat maps and see visibly where one golf club is more forgiving and from where than the other. The information you can see on the screen now is in red. That always denotes 70 miles an hour from my individual reviews. So you can see red is 70 miles an hour and 923 is on top and 925 is underneath. And we've got the club head data underneath that as well. We'll look at that one in a sec. That's basically just there to make sure that everything is open and transparent and honest, apples to apples testing. Let's go have a look at the ball data. There is literally 0.3 of a mile an hour difference between these two. That is it, so nothing whatsoever. Less than a degree in launch angle between these two, so again, not much if any, and then spin rate is basically identical. Carry is also identical, and within 1 yard, the peak height is identical as well. Descent angle there is 0.8 of a degree difference, 41.9 to 41.1 for the 923. Very similar. It goes back to what I said on camera earlier on, is the fact that I don't really think there's going to be any difference in performance between these two. Again, it'd be interesting to see if there is any difference between these two. It will, if anything, it will start to stretch out the faster I go. We'll do the 80 and 90 miles an hour information in a sec, but you can see the descent angle there, 42 degrees for the 925 hot metal high launch. It's really nice to see a 7-iron going in around 132 yards at 40 something degrees. Commonly, especially with the game improvement side of golf clubs, where they're very strong lofted, you can start seeing golf balls going sub 40 into the 30s, 39, 38, 37 degrees into a green at whatever carry. And the problem is, as soon as they go into that, you start have to either lap of the gods as to how that's going to hit the ground, where it's going to be a nice soft area and stop, hopefully, or more commonly, it's just going to bounce and chase through the green. You're going to be out the back. That's the whole idea of understanding the high launch idea, trying to get the golf ball launching, carrying and peak height with some control the other end. Let's go have a look at the club head data to make sure everything is open, honest, transparent, etc. 70.5, 70.5, no difference in club head speed whatsoever. Tack angle, there's within 0.5 of a degree. Face to path is within 0.7, so no difference there. And the all-important loft, 27.4 to 27.8, 0.4 of a degree difference between the data sets. That is it. So within reason, me being a human being, everything is apples for apples. Basically at 70 miles an hour, no difference whatsoever. They both perform within reason exactly the same. Let's go 80 miles an hour, see if there's difference there. So 0.6 of a mile an hour difference, that is it, between the 923 and 925 hot metal high launch at 80 miles an hour, all in yellow. No difference whatsoever in launch angle, 21.9 to 21.9, no difference at all. There is about 500 or so difference RPM in spin. It'd be interesting to see if the spin change stays as you get faster. So generally speaking, if there's any difference in irons at all, the faster you swing, the bigger the difference becomes. 155 yards, 154 yards, no difference whatsoever. 1 yard is no difference at all. 32 yards in the air, 32 yards in the air, again, no difference whatsoever. And descent angle 46.9, 47.6. I mean, again, we are talking 0.7 of a degree No real difference at all. Let's look at the club head data to make sure everything's open and honest. There's a 0.1 mile an hour difference. That is it between the two. We are looking at a 0.2 of a degree difference in attack angle and about 1.1 degrees in face to path, 0.5 of a degree closed to 0.6 of a degree open. That is it. And 0.2 of a degree in loft. Very, very similar. Got a strike on there as well for you to see. But again, you'd say very, very similar. Let's go to 90 miles an hour. What happens when you swing all the way at 90 miles an hour? Again, generally speaking, this golf club is going to be designed for slow swing speed golfers who need the help with the high launch. And then also, this could really fit into a lot of players who are hyper quick, 90 miles an hour and also beyond, that need the help, the game improvement side help from the forgiveness of these golf clubs, but don't want to hit their 7-irons with their hyper fast swing speeds with the game improvement that you would normally have to go down because of the fact they need the help. 200-yard carries. That doesn't work because you end up having massive distance gap between the irons, or at least having a billion wedges. With these high launch ideas where you've still got all the help from the game improvement irons, but they've got more traditional lofts, not traditional, but more traditional than the game improvement lofts, they are a brilliant idea for the hyper fast swing speed golfer that needs the help. But you can see they're very, very similar. There's 2 yards in it. That's it, 171 to 169. There's no differences in launch. There's still that 500 or so RPM difference in spin, so it will be interesting to see. Obviously, that's 500 RPM. Every condition on the golf course is designed, apart from fairway bunker, to take spin off. Now, 500 RPM is not going to be much difference whatsoever, but it's interesting to see if that carries on. 39 yards in the air, 39 yards in the air, no difference whatsoever. And look, peak height for your descent angle, 0.4, 50.2 to 50.6, 0.4 of a degree. They are exactly the same. These 923 hot metal high launch and the 925 high launch are basically performing identically. There is not much, if any, to choose between them. Look at the club head data, we are 0.2 of a mile an hour difference. That is it. We are half a degree in attack angle. 1.9 degrees, so I'm slightly more open on the 925 hot metal high launch than the 923, but not much whatsoever. You have to look at the loft. 27.3, 27.7, 0.4 of a degree, that is it. And again, strike is within 5 millimeters, not a lot at all. The whole idea of the heat maps was to initially just understand how much drop off you get when you don't hit the middle. So the middle is 0 effectively, 0%, no percent lost whatsoever. And then as soon as you move away from the middle, you get a percentage drop off. Efficiency, ball speed, smash factor from that idea, no matter what kind of launch monitor you use, they're called different things, but they both measure the same thing. How fast does that club head move and how fast does that ball come off the face when you don't hit the middle? You can see on the screen, this is the 923 hot metal high launch heat map. On the top, you can see 0 all the way to 22 on the left-hand side and minus 22 on the right. So the left-hand side is the toe and the right-hand side is the heel, and the obviously up and down as well. 0 is middle, sweet spot where you want to hit it. And then 22 mil is high on the face. Bear in mind, obviously, an iron. There is a button. We'll go into the actual iron overlay in a sec so you can actually physically see. And then you can see low on the face as well. I'll put the graphics on the screen so you can see the difference. So you can see there from a green perspective, green is really good. And then yellow is okay, orange is so-so, and red is, generally speaking, not good. But you can see the 923 hot metal high launch is amazing from the toe. You can go all the way to 20 millimeters off the toe, which is massive, and you're losing about 2% as long as you hit it in the middle vertically. From a point of view of that, obviously if you deviate low on the face, then yeah, you can start getting drop-offs, etc. But it's doing exceptionally well. That blue line across there, very, very quickly, that blue line denotes turf interaction line. What I mean by that is if you were to hit high on the face by 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 millimeters, you are hitting the ground first, as in the planet Earth, before the small ball. Big ball before the small ball, bad idea. And so if you are going to hit anything above that, we've got the numbers on the screen there, but effectively, unless you are on a tee, you are going to be losing a boatload more than what you see on there. So anything high in the face, generally speaking, is an absolute no-no. Let's move that over to the 925. Flick over the screen so you can visibly see the difference. Automatically, you can see a massive lump bigger green. Remember, green is good. And yellow is not bad, orange is so-so, and red is not good at all. You can see just how good this 925 is for forgiveness. Now, the 923 was exceptionally good off the toe, like ridiculously good off the toe, but the 925 is just good everywhere. Now, the whole idea of the 925 was forgiveness. It was not in any way, shape or form speed, because as far as Mizuno is concerned, which is nice actually to hear a manufacturer say this, they think the ball goes far enough. And so without cranking the living daylights out of golf clubs and make them 27, 26, 25 degree 7 irons, they can't make them really consistently go any faster, any further off the face as such. But what they can do is work on forgiveness. And when you don't hit the middle, try and you hit that same ball speed off the face. Now, of course, they can't control where you're going to face that golf club. That's down to you as the golfer. But effectively, from a manufacturer's design, they're trying to make the face as efficient as they possibly can do when you don't hit the middle. And it's doing exceptionally well. I'll put on the screen now, I've got the overlays on there, and I'll put the iron overlays on top a little bit so you can actually physically see and compare them. You kind of got the idea from the grids before where you can move 15 millimeters this way or 8 millimeters this way or wherever it be, but it's not until you put it on an iron face and you can visibly see the difference between them. That red band, by the way, on the right hand side, guys, that denotes a do not hit it there. So basically on a golf club, within reason, as soon as you start deviating around about 21, 22 millimeters heel, even though there is face there, because obviously a ball with the curvature and stuff like that, you are going to be making contact with the hosel. No one likes making contact with the hosel, so that red band, do not hit it there. Obviously it has got a certain amount of spring to it. The problem is you're going to be interacting with the hosel, so that ball is going to be started off right for a right-handed golfer, obviously left for a left-handed golfer, etc. But you kind of get the idea. Do not hit it there. That's why it's solid red. But you can visibly see the difference between these two irons, mainly in the toe difference on the 923. The 923 is just more forgiving of more parts of the toe than the 925, but the 925 wins everywhere else. Heel, low, and around that area just works exceptionally well. Why is this important? So very, very quickly, you can have a little look at the image that I've got on the screen. This is 155 yards, so give or take an 80-mile-an-hour swing speed. And of course, different swing speeds will do different yardages, but you kind of get the idea. That is a green that you can see is forced carry. Now, this is water, but I mean, this could be a bunker around the front or anything that you have on your local golf course. And so it shows you at a certain speed of 155 yards, if you were to drop off by 1%, 2%, 3, 5, 8, and 10, which denotes those kind of colors that you saw previously, you can see how much drop off you're going to get. And this is the thing with the 923. If you're going to hit it off the toe, absolutely doesn't matter. You can hit it quite toey and you're still making the green. No problem whatsoever. It's near enough as good as what it is out of the middle. You start moving low on the face and heely, and you're going to start getting drop off to a point of where at some points you might be sticking it in the drink. Where the 925 wins is the fact that it's just more forgiving of more parts of the face. And with a 925 hot metal high launch, you have to be hitting it some really wacko parts before you start getting to a point of where you're hitting it in the drink. Most of the shots will actually make the putting surface, which is a massive win compared to that of the 923. So to conclude, let's just basically first of all go by looks and feel. Looks, personally, my favorite is 923. I still like the looks of 923. That's a subjective. It's my opinion. Ignore me. It's my opinion. Makes no difference what I think. Feel, the 925, 923 is basically no difference really. I mean, 925 might be a fraction softer, but it's so small. When it comes to performance, no difference at all, guys. Do not buy this golf club if you think, on the 925 at least, do not buy the 925 if you feel that there's going to be a big upgrade in performance between that and the 923. There is not. None at all. The big difference is in forgiveness. The difference between the 923 and the 925 is quite a big jump. 923 out the toe, it actually beats the 925 anywhere else on the face. The 925 hot metal high launch is a big win in forgiveness over that of the 923. So hope you liked the video. If you did, go on, hit that like button, hit thumbs up. YouTube like, so do I. Down there is also a subscribe button. It's free. It's great for the channel if you could subscribe, so thank you. And next to that is a bell icon. That's a notification bell. If you click that one, that will notify you next time I upload another video. Hope you're well. We'll see you again soon.